Today's June 1st, and we're going to do a tour. It's currently raining a little bit, so I don't know if I'll be able to get through the whole video. But this is looking better than it had been. Not sure what this is, I can't remember, but it's going to bloom soon. This is, what is this one? I'll have to look it up, maybe Candy Tuft? But I really enjoyed this. I'm hoping to get some seeds from it. I've also really enjoyed the Morning Glories, which did get a little damaged because we finally finished the bottom of the fence. It's now closed everywhere. So had to move a few of unwind some of the plants. So I know we have at the bottom alyssum. And then we had nasturtium. Whatever that was died because I planted another nasturtium, and that obviously died because I've got a different thing there. It's probably Candy Tuft here. No, that's a poppy down there. I can't remember what all these are. I'll have to look it up later to see what's actually producing and what's not. Let's see. So again, here's, I think what that other one was. But then there's also down here something, this one. So we'll see what they look like. I'm not sure. Then we've got this beautiful thing up here. Okay, so that's the flowers. We have the door off temporarily because, again, fixing the fence. I have a dahlia that's getting ready to bloom, but not yet. We have all these carrots. There are carrots down there, just not a ton. The storm knocked over the peas, so I need to come out here and harvest some more. They're also getting like a little bit of a powdery mildew looking stuff on them, so that's not great. Here's two sunflowers. My zinnias are popping up. The calendula is doing great. It always is looking great. Nice and full. My chamomile is doing something now. I'm gonna let some of this bolt because I'm really curious if I can get some seeds from it, because I really enjoyed this Bloomsdale spinach. I did plant back there more calendula. Oh, I can see some of them are popped up back there. That's gonna be like a peachy color. Planted a bunch of aster right here. I think that might be one, maybe. But since I don't see any others that look like that, not a good sign. I also planted a bunch of other flowers back here, and I'm not seeing any signs of those either, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. All of this is bolting. I don't know, something about the way I'm growing all this, it's not getting as big as it was supposed to, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, pretty much none of this lettuce is edible. It's all bitter, very, very bitter. I have to hang up my umbrella for a second because it stopped raining. And I can't get through here with an umbrella. Okay, so the tomatoes are doing great. A lot of them are cat-faced, so I don't love that. Look at that beaut. What's that one? Indigo apple. I also do have some shelling peas that I need to take care of. I was gonna come out here today and harvest, but it's been raining. We got more mulch down, I think, since my last video. You can see this, it's rained, but you see this powdery mildew looking stuff. Yeah, all this has gotta go. So here's the potatoes, and you can see this first variety starting right here is dying back. I hope everything's okay. We've gotten a ton of rain. Yeah, all the tomatoes are doing great. It's just most of the blooms are, not blooms, the tomatoes are cat-faced. They're just a ton of blossoms together. And I've pulled off a lot of those, but I kind of hate not having any tomatoes. I've pulled off so many. So, and they're also now tall enough to where I can just harvest, I can prune them standing up now, which is nice. I do enjoy that. Yeah, they are already getting crazy tall. They're gonna get way taller than the trellis I have. This one right here, I think, is the one that was blossom end rot. Look at all this. There's one. Don't love that. Here's another on a different plant. Every single one of these have are cat-faced. See the blossom end rot? Yeah, every one, even the little ones, are all cat-faced. I wish that they would stop that. Is that one blossom end rot too? Yep. Don't love that. Throw those over there. Okay, I keep accidentally pruning these two tomatoes in a way that I'm not supposed to because they're not meant to be pruned. They're determinate varieties, and I just keep forgetting, so we'll see what we can get off of those. These are all the cherries back here, cherry tomatoes. I've got a lot of them over here coming on. This right here just blows my mind. Look at that. That's crazy to me. Come on, focus. Beautiful. Now I have my cucumbers that I got to actually tie up yesterday, which was fun, that they're getting to that point. Now that's going to be a crazy amount of tomatoes. Can you see all those? That's going to be crazy when those all, yeah. Ooh, wonder what that one is. That one ended up actually surviving after all. Now we haven't finished mulching back here, but this is the noodle beans over here, which are getting pretty high up on the trellis. These in the middle are doing the worst, which I think are just regular old beans, like just green beans. These down here are, they could be dry beans, but they're runner beans. What is that called? Like this one's Scarlet Runner. Very pretty. It's got a worm or something on it. And then this one is Painted Lady. See how beautiful? We didn't get much rain. Everything's good and wet. We got a little over an inch, I think. Why will my focus not work today? Yeah, just a little over an inch. Okra is finally looking like it's going to survive. Man, they have had a rough go. Never got another one of those, but Too bad, so sad. I've tried several times. There's a baby one coming up. Oh, a few of them coming up right there. Wow, I just stepped in a ton of water. The amaranth down there is coming up, but it is also just getting devoured by bugs. Let's go over here. We do have this, it's called Malabar spinach, that's coming up. It's going to trellis up this. It's a vining. It's not really spinach, but it vines. You eat it like spinach. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. It's completely black. A lot of these back here I noticed are way blacker. Look at that tomato. That's amazing. A lot of black tomatoes back here. Okay. We do have all the squashes coming up, but good gravy, the squirrels just keep digging them up. I'm not quite sure why. Because I think it's a squirrel. Some critters out here messing with it all. There's technically a sweet dumpling coming up right there. Technically. But yeah, the sweet dumplings have been just near impossible to get going because just keep getting dug up. Yeah, we need to mulch back here pretty bad. It's still all so blurry. Why will this thing not autofocus? Just autofocus, camera. Probably not one of my better videos. We're going through our mulch pile here. We still have to mulch down this row, but we can't get to it. So you can see what a row would look like versus this, which is beautiful. Okay, I have planted the peppers and I'm doing an experiment. I plucked all of the blooms off of this row to see if that would make a healthier plant. I did not on the other side, and as you can see, they're making tons of peppers over there, but the plants are super small, so I don't think that those are going to be as good. These plants are getting way bigger on this side, so I think they will end up producing more in the long run, but again, never done this, so just learning as I go. And there's plenty of plants out here, so I don't think we'll be hurting for peppers. The cauliflowers are just completely eaten alive by bugs. Here's a cauliflower. Yeah, I still have 4 cauliflowers out here, and they just not looking good. I'm about ready to pull them. Still have kale, which I find this stuff just so pretty. I have some beets over here, which, let's see. Yeah, they're just not big at all. Just little bitty things like golf balls. We do have our toothache plant here. I moved it here because it was just getting way bigger than I expected. I did plant feverfew here, and that's just not coming up. So I'm going to have to replant some of the flowers that I had. Bugs on me? All the little things you see here are all buckwheat. I have quite a few buckwheat here. Over here, you'll notice, goodness, the spider webs. All of these that are coming up over here are sorghum. I need to plant a few more behind this big old cabbage. I mean, that thing is so big. And then on that side is all quinoa. So we will be experimenting with that soon. We do have a massive banana pepper. Look at that thing. are coming up in here. I planted over here Kajaris and honeydews. A few of them. I sure did plant that one awfully close to the root of that plant. So the Brussels sprouts, which I'll come to those in a second. I was also going to show the blueberries. Look at these beauties. This one's loaded with them. Surprised they're all even alive with how neglected they have been. So the Brussels sprouts are all starting to die without sprouts on them. This one's just weird to me. I don't know what variety it is. You can see that the caterpillars have just ravished these things. There are technically Brussels sprouts on them, but they're opening up. They're not tight. And so, I mean, look at that. It's like completely opened up. I'm pretty sure I'm just done with the Brussels sprouts, and I'll try again later. There's the celery, which I did eat, and it was disgusting. I can't remember if these were lavenders or rosemaries that I stuck in here, but there's something right here. There is stevia in there, and there is one dahlia here. So we also harvested a couple of onions out of here, but I think I'm just about ready to pull all the onions, all the garlic, just move on to the next stage. Here's the kids' sunflowers. It's actually got a couple of little heads on them. Okay, I think that is the majority. You can see just green and beautiful. We did put up over there, we're going to put in a gate and fence in that. Fencing is getting close to being done, but we're just not quite there yet. So that is June 1st. Oh no, we left a tool out. Not good, not good. So it's beautiful, loving it. Harvesting a lot of food out of here. Look forward to the next stage.